Hey guys, and we're back with another video this week. So I know this is coming out a little later than expected. However, things got a little crazy this week, got a little busy, stupid life getting in the way. But we're here, we got a new video, and today I decided to share not just one Inktober prompt with you, but two. So the video that I was working on before was the Decorate With Me video for Halloween, and I kept hitting snags, just trying to find the right decor that I needed, because apparently everybody decided to start going Halloween shopping in August, which was my original plan, but that did not happen. Oh well. And I'm just still piecing it all together. It is more of a vlog style, so just bear with me, and that will be coming out hopefully this weekend as kind of like our little bonus video. But anyway, here we are with Inktober day 7 and 8. So our day 7 prompt was fancy. I decided to go with a fancy penguin because, penguins are already fancy in their natural tuxedos. So thought, why not? Let's give him a little monocle, and let's give him a really big, bright bow tie because he is ready to go to his fancy party. This one is done on mid-tone paper and is also done with ink and actually a lot more markers and colored pencils. So it's pretty fun. You'll notice that there's sometimes where like the lines are a little bit thicker, but that's okay. You just kind of go with it. And later I will be filling everything in with markers, with the Sharpie specifically. I started using my Copic at the beginning, and then I was like, no, this is kind of fading out too quickly. Okay, we're gonna bring out the big guns, grab the big Sharpie, color it in, and then just go with the rest of the Copic. Yeah, but this guy is really cute, and I just had a lot of fun coloring him and just kind of come up with the concept. The fun thing with both of these videos, and actually both these drawings, is that each of them only took me about like 45 minutes, which is awesome. I'm like, all right, cool. I was a little behind on my drawings. I did miss drawing on Wednesday. That was the fancy one, so I decided to do Wednesday and Thursday on the same day. And I had also finished a painting, which you will see in my Decorate With Me video, and I'll post that painting actually a little later, but I decided to cram a painting and 2 drawings in one day. That sounds very good for time management, but it worked out in the end, and I'm really happy with how all 3 pieces came out. And one thing I got to do right before this video was pick up some new pens, because I had some pens dying, and some new paper and tape and all that stuff. So yeah, it's nice. It feels good to kind of get my stock replenished for my art supplies, and then be able to show it in some cool pieces. And this one, it was really fun coming up with all the highlight colors and the different tones in the black for just his the black in the back of his head and his arms. And that one I really had to carve back and get the lighter tones in there, so you can actually see the differentiation between his arm and his body. And then when I go in to start coloring his belly and his head, the front part, I did use a cooler gray because he's a penguin, so he's got to be in the Arctic. But I did throw in some other tones in there because I was always taught, no matter what, with white or black, there is not a pure color. There's always going to be a tone to it. So I made sure to add in some purples. And one thing that I thought was a good little counterbalance with it was some green too. So you'll see me viciously scribbling in that the white or the cool gray color for his belly. And even though this video is sped up, I really did go that fast for scribbling in it and getting those tones in. But yeah, it really did work out, and I really am happy with how those tones came out, and it goes really great against the mid-tone. So that was a big reason why I went with the mid-tone, was because I knew there was going to be such contrasting colors, especially with, I wanted to get that white really sharp, and I really wanted to get the black and show the dimension of it. And it's really, and you'll see me starting to go in on the face. One of the things that I really needed to make sure I did was, he's got a monocle and getting the right tones in his eyes. So with the monocle, I just wanted to get that glass sheen on it, so you can see that it is forward and it's just not like a, you know, a hollow little ring on his eye. And with his eyes, I used warmer grays to kind of highlight it on the outside for the whites, so it would differentiate from the cool gray color from his body. And yeah, just brightening up those eye colors, because, you know, he really wanted to make his eyes pop. The dark blue color was just, you know, it was a little too dull and a little too blended in, and just, you know, didn't fit him. And yeah, just going in, warming up, and adding dimension to the bow tie. And oh, he's so fancy. He's ready for his fancy cocktail party. But anyway, this guy is available on Redbubble, and he is also available on Etsy. I have him priced at $35 for the original. All finished. And we are going to be jumping into day number 8. And for this one, the prompt for day number 8 was teeth. So automatically I think of Dimebag Darrell and his signature drink, a black tooth grin. Now, if you have a black tooth grin, you may quite possibly black out, just so you know. But with this black tooth grin, this was his signature drink, as I said before. And Dimebag Darrell was this legendary guitarist for Pantera. He died in 2004, and been a gigantic Pantera fan since I was 12 years old. I became a big metalhead, and the first time I ever listened to a Pantera song was This Love, and I watched it on Beavis and Butthead when they used to make fun of their music videos, or like they just used to make fun of like metal music videos and stuff, and they would go like, "Oh, damn it, Pantera, you know, I bet Pantera's dad is really mad at him. You didn't give me a beer, Pantera." Oh man, yeah. God, I love my Beavis and Butthead. But anyway, with the drawing itself, I did it more like a tattoo style, because actually eventually I will be getting a black tooth tattooed on me as a tribute to Dimebag Darrell. But with this one, I had so much fun, and his big phrase always was drink it or wear it. Whenever he'd go to a show with his buddies, you know, you'd see him like handing a drink to like his the love of his life or one of his buddies, and being like, here, you either have to drink this or I'm gonna be pouring this on you. And oh man, Dimebag Darrell, you know, he's such an awesome guy. Yeah, so definitely while I was drawing this, I had all my Pantera playing, and I think it's kind of funny that I'm using a football towel to, you know, clean up the side of my hand from all the pencil. But, you know, they're a Texas band, Pantera was. They're more in the Dallas area, but, you know, come on. I can have a little bit of the Texans in there, because they're, you know, representing. And little side note, Dimebag Darrell and Vinnie Paul, they actually wrote the intro for the Dallas Stars hockey, for their hockey team, as their hype up music. And Cowboys from Hell, they do actually play that for the Texans too. I believe they also played it in for the Cowboys, but I always hear it for the Texans. So, you know what? It's fitting. You know, we're getting our teams tie-in. So something else that I did with this, it's a little bit different than from the drawings that you guys seen me do before, at least on here, is I added text, and I really wanted to make sure it was like kind of cool tattoo style. One of the things that you saw at the beginning of the videos when I was in my sketchbook, I mapped out the shape of the text that I wanted. And one thing that I did once I figured out the drink it, because I really liked how that shaped around the tooth, I also kind of took my tracing paper, I flipped it on the inverse, so I had the shape for where it should be, so it rounded out really nicely. And then I did find some challenges with the actual it part for the wear it. So you saw me at the beginning of this section of the video trace that a little bit separately when I found the angle that I liked. And it worked out pretty nicely. I also did some stippling for the ink because I really wanted it to mimic what it would be on a tattoo. Another thing that would make it a little bit more tattoo-like is if I use watercolor. But, you know, this one, I just kind of wanted it to be a little bit grittier, and I am using charcoal pencil. So I don't use charcoal pencil that often, but it really does give you all those nice shades and tones that a regular graphite pencil wouldn't. And this piece is complete and also available on Redbubble and Etsy. I have the original for the Etsy at $25. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.